screenshot.
No, no, we can see the screenshot, but OBS, you can see.
Yeah, just copy the screenshot and then put in the Qualifier application. Put all your files inside Qualifier application. After you figured out OBS, then put them inside
When? Like, no, no, no. How do we know that our screen is recording?
Right? Go to the other browser, go to Qualifier, install L2K, OBS application, main application. Open it. Green screen is there. Let you
No worries.
close this folder. Where cache is L2K is master. Just close this. Same L2K is there. Main application. Close that. Close the L2K. What will I can see? रुक जा मिल गया नहीं लॉग में सेव्ड है तो यूजी पिक्ड विला एंड L2K application ठीक है ऐड कर दे जल्दी L2K, L2K, this step है last one.
Oh,
Team Union Gaming Defenders. I did on Clubhouse because it
Okay,
asked us,
okay,
but
we got it,
we
got it, got it, got it.
three versus one. Terrans going to do their best to pull it back. Diffuser is going down behind the vault door in the default plant spot. There's a free fire to a wall. They know someone's close, but unfortunately, Ghost doesn't guarantee it. Style! Oh, no, but it was brilliantly played.
This is in the shutdown mission. Right now, this defence is falling apart. Ras, he gets out the tape. He's trying to.
Ooh. Every time I show my camera numbers. Okay. Hello, everyone. We are here live with the finals, lower bracket finals between Union Gaming and Lift to Kill. And the first map we will be playing is Villa.
Yep.
So, yeah, BZA, what are your thoughts on that?
So basically, going into Villa, it is a UG pick, and they are going to be attacking first on the same map. Usually, you would consider Villa to be a more a defender side map, right? But
Yeah.
yesterday we saw Villa being played a few times, and more or less surprisingly, it actually came out to be attacker sided.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess the utility meta is not really in full effect in APAC for the most part, as teams
Yeah.
do tend
In
to
the
be very
West.
successful clearing them out.
Yep. So the journey of these teams that happened was both of these teams have one thing in common, that is they both got relegated into the lower brackets by Mercenaries, and then whoever wins this match faces Mercenaries once again in the grand finals. So although they four of these teams have qualified for the majors, there is quite a sum of money in the line, so everyone will try to give their best and win that sweet cash.
Yep, trying to get up to the
Yeah.
first seat because the bonus in money is quite a lot, as TJ mentioned. However, we do have to consider that UG is the current reigning champions we have, right? As they did win last time, and right now both of these teams, even though they're united in the sorrow of being relegated to bottom bracket by mercenaries, they do have a chance to go back up for the redemption. So we'll have to see how that goes. And yeah, so now we are on the map bans. So starting off with UG, I guess we do see a coast ban here, TJ.
Ooh, coastline band. Usually, really don't like coastline at all. I don't remember seeing. I really don't remember seeing them play on coastline at all. They're like they do not want to touch that map. That map is a very hazardous map. You really can't predict what will happen, whether you're defending or attacking. It's a very attacker heavy map. So I guess usually want to avoid that.
Yeah, definitely. I believe I've seen it at a max of one time in the last year. So that's really rare for them to play it. So
Yeah, and
followed by Oregon, which will be lift to kills ban.
Live to Kill. I would say it's still Oregon is a 50-50 map. I'd say it's somewhat defender and some sites are attacker sided. So it's still or them banning that is an interesting pick. But what is more interesting is the next pick, Villa from Union Gaming, and they also picked Attack on Villa for their own map pick. So yeah.
Villa pick attack. That's going to be a
Interesting. They
curious
have
one.
to go on attack against you. So like that L2K has a lot of chances to like recuperate a lot of rounds at the start because they are going on defense. And as you did mention, Villa is a defender-sided map. We all know that. We have seen things follow breaking pattern, and sometimes we see attackers get a lot of teams, a lot of rounds back to back to back. But still, defenders are heavily favored on Villa.
Yeah, definitely. Your roam game is quite a lot important on Villa. So if that gets cleared out, a lot of times you just cannot set up for flanks and attacker get the site for free. But if you're very successful on that one, we will be on that. All right. So going through these quickly, coming to the second pick will be Cafe Dostoevsky from Live to Kill. What do you think about that? We just run through this really, really quickly as we are heading.
Yeah, Cafe Thirsty. Not much to say about that. It's just we're getting. As I have been told, we are ready for the match to be started. So let's just jump into that. Yeah.
So
So
yeah, we
yeah, the
are
decider is Clubhouse. What do you have to say about that?
Clubhouse, dude, it's a classic, honestly, at this point.
Yeah.
Such an old map, and it has been reworked, but since then, it is really quite popular for the most part for a lot of teams, as every team usually believes that, as I have gone out of focus here, the teams mostly believe that they can win and they are good since every team scrims it, right? No one really likes to ban it out. It has
Yeah.
been so long into the utility, and yeah, so we do see the game getting started in the background on our first map, which will be Villa. We will be coming down to Clubhouse again later, which hopefully we get to our third match since it is always such an interesting game
Yeah,
between these
I
two
have a
teams.
lot to talk about Clubhouse because I have seen UG play a lot on Clubhouse, and really they have a pattern. So if we get to the third map, we will get a lot to talk about that. But the first ban is coming up from Lift to Kill, and I believe it is going to be. Oh no, I was
Capta.
thinking of it to be
Okay.
a Thatcher ban. But okay, Capitao, interesting repercussions. Villa, Capitao, so no asphyxiating fireballs or no smokes anywhere to hide behind. So this is going to be very interesting. And yeah, there it goes. The Thatcher band comes in from Union Gaming.
So for the most part, I did watch Lift to Kill play Villa, and we like twice, I guess, at this point, but we haven't really seen them ban out Capitop before. So they must definitely have something on UG that they do believe they don't like. Usually they end up banning out Montaigne and Thatcher. Is well, he's a usual ban on Villa. No one likes to play against the Thatcher. He just takes away all of your utility really quite easily, and then being followed up really closely by Vamai. Well, Wamai and Jaeger, especially as we talked about the utility meta, you don't want both of them against you, dude. You keep
Yeah.
on dumping all of your utility and then just keep on catching it and making it basically useless. So getting rid of one of them is really, really useful. As
Yeah, yeah. With the Wamai having the shields, it's being a heavily debated hot topic that why should Wamai the shield should be removed because he can just stay behind the shield, toss out magnets after magnets after magnets, and stay safe for a longer time. So it's still a controversial pick. So Wamai being banned will make things a little bit easier for the attackers, but still it's Villa. It's defense. Anyone who goes on defense should have a good time. So L2K does have the advantage to start, but I think UG, they are the reigning champions. They will be able to beat them off.
and of course the final ban, Valkyrie.
Yeah.
It gets hard to find camps on Villa sometimes, especially considering how big it is. You don't want your enemies to have all the information, and considering how much of the floor is actually soft, and you can get C4 from below, you just don't want to bother with it. So
Yeah, and with
first round.
yeah, and with also the current meta, we can already see Maestro being played because if
Attackers
the
need to
Valkyrie
locate
wasn't
and
banned and the
defuse bombs.
Maestro Valkyrie combo, the defenders would have just so much info. It would just take too much time and it would all fall down to the last 20-second meta, as we call it. Like the plans and the fights and everything happen in the last 20 seconds. So yeah, Valkyrie being banned will make the pace of the match a bit faster, and that's what we all like to see.
Yeah, so coming into the first round, they are going to be heading into Aviator. Last time we saw them, they did heavily prefer to go down to Kitchen, and unfortunately,
10 seconds
they
left
lost
before
the 3
insertion.
times they played it. They are also bringing out the Mira. You don't really see that a
5
lot,
seconds remaining.
and it seems to be going for more of a default setup, putting Amira on each of the
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse
getting
it.
a 90 crossfire for anyone who tries to push to study. Yeah, definitely as the Mira goes to put it second in there. It's, well, it's a bit of a default setup. Not really played a lot. If I'm seeing it correctly, as well, a lot of teams do not prefer to bring Mira straight up. At this point, since they consider the vertical play and all that, will just get straight to mental once the Mira gets open, of course.
Yeah, it's the Mira. It has been an age-old setup because since Villa was introduced, everyone was putting those two Miras up and denying those X-Kairos or any hard breach that wanted to open up those walls. But since then, the meta has changed a lot. The matches have changed a lot, so everyone knows how to go around that. And especially when it's a team like UG you're playing up against, they will have something prepared, something ready to like go up against this any
bomb
strat
has
that
been
any
located.
teams put up.
Yeah, definitely. So we are already quite quickly, and Sandy takes control of bedroom, carries it on inside of
RTD active.
Statuary,
Bitcoin on
and well,
batteries.
he is trying to get rid on top of the top landing. They do have quite a lot of map control, really fast. But Jay seems to be aware of the sort of push coming in from the bedroom. What do you think about the lack, I guess, of roam play from Union Gaming at this, or rather,
Yeah, I think they are playing is very, very side heavy, so that frees up a lot of time for UG. They don't have to like dedicate a player for roaming to clear the roamer. We see whenever Jittery he's in library, and I have to really touch upon the fact that Jittery, whenever he plays on defense, he also likes to play in library, and he's just making life hell for those players who are up above. And the vertical play plays a big factor whenever Union Gaming is playing, whether that's with C4s or whether they're on attack. So yeah, Jittery is trying to do that as he does get the first pick of the round.
Yep, 2 minutes in.
Attackers have
we only
located
see
a bomb.
The first one coming out. That's from the Ash of Jittery onto the Jaeger. So not really a lot of utility. You're lost, I guess. It did manage to burn out 2 minutes for Union Gaming. So that's well played there
Attackers
from
dropping.
Jaeger. But the smoke grenades are coming out quite early now, considering the amount of time we have left. And he is playing inside study. So considering that the push is coming all the way from bedroom side, he did decide
Attackers
to rotate
recovered
out
the bomb
and use
diffuser.
his own hole as smoke from all angles. He is
Yeah,
aware
and-
that someone-
Yeah, and also Mira window gets opened up, and we see Blang get a cheeky headshot on the EX7. EX7, I don't think he has reached EX7 levels of plays in this tournament so far. The diffuser plant was going down, but Sparko has to go back, and his friends are
10 seconds to
covering
go.
his back, but they are
Drop
not
bomb
efficient enough, and L2K gets quick kills in a flurry, and there's only one player left from Union Gaming to do it all. He has 1 second, he pushes into vault and easily gets taken down. So the first round goes to L2K. Although they started off the kill feed of this whole matchup, of this whole round, they finished things off properly, and UG, yeah, they lose the first round.
Yeah, so what we saw went down was, first of all, the Maestro just misplayed a bit, and the Ash was really easily able to just sweep in, get rid of the Maestro camp. But then, unfortunately for UG, they couldn't keep the cover properly on the planter, right? Mira swings in, gets rid of the planter with a shotgun, and then takes out the person covering her as well. So that gives them a really big lead, especially since the diffuser is down and they have to go back into the default position to pick it back up. UG is in a detrimental position. And then, of course, the guns from L2K come alive, getting rid of players, one outside the window. And yep, here we are. First round to
Yeah. First round goes to L2K, and now we see L2K
Defenders,
falling
protect
back
your
to their
bombs from being
favorite
defused
side,
by
would say
attackers.
dining. Although it is their favorite side, I as far as I know, they don't have that good of a luck playing here, whether that's luck or skill. Yeah, yeah, whether that's luck or yeah. So whether that's luck or it's a skill, I don't know. I would say they still have the advantage because it is Villa, but it's UG. They can just come back at any time. They can just, one player can influence the whole round, as we did see Sparko playing against Monka S on I believe it was Clubhouse. One round they were losing, they were down all players, and then Sparko just came back with an ace. Although Sparko did get a team kill, he did manage to get an ace and get the round win for them. So any of these players from any of the players from UG, they can just pop off at any moment and change the swing of this round completely.
Yeah, definitely. All of these players have enough, let's just say, shooting capabilities, right? All of them are gunners. All of them have really, really good aims, and all of them have the power to influence any round they pop off. So, considering that, you can't really count any team out, especially, well, usually when they go down in man count, right? As we did see last round with Lift to Kill. However, yeah, their record on this site has been, from my experience, has basically been 0-3, right? So we'll see if they manage to change that. And yeah, do you see a bit of a roam coming out there from Jaeger, but Pete is trying to get a cheeky little angle from pulling outside.
Yeah, it's not even considered a roam, because if you hold dining, you can't just stay in the side. You have to have some vertical presence to deny into the bedroom and the bathroom side of the map, because it's just the players, the attackers will obviously push in there. And we see Jay getting the first kill of the round onto EX7. And as I just say EX7's name, he has seen so much better days. I'm sorry if I sound like a broken record, but EX7, the matches I have seen of him, the 2 matches and this one, he used to be someone, a force to be reckoned with, and he's just not playing up to his potential right now. And any team that plays against UG will exploit that, as Live to Kill have been having.
Yeah, definitely. As well, the second player going down is Sandy with the same, basically the same angle from the Melusi. Melusi going off, getting all of her kills. Nos, however, will get the kill onto Jutri as well, who did miss his shot. Speed will come in to clean it up, but no, from the stairs. It is the Melusi again, and Blank will get the final kill onto the Sparkle. So they did actually manage to win this round out. Even though for the most part, UG didn't even manage to get anywhere near the site, but
Yeah.
really, really well played there from L2K of holding them off and just lurking around and getting rid of them.
Yeah, L2K just played it beautifully. They didn't even let in UG get close to the vertical angles. They just finished the whole matchup in the second floor. And UG, if they even wanted to get to the first floor, which they even couldn't, because L2K just had such a good presence. If I'd say UG should have slowed the round out a bit, because they were getting picked off one by one. So whenever I'm getting picked off, I'd say, okay, let's calm down, let's slow things down, and try to approach this in a different way, because whatever they did in the last round did not work. So UG, they have to think up of something, because
Defenders,
L2K,
protect your
in
bombs
if
from
this
being defused by
continues,
attackers.
they're just going to do a 6-0 half.
Yep. So hopefully it doesn't get to that. I guess Union Gaming sometimes does roll off a slow start, right? They start off a little slow while they're warming up against the team, and then they just suddenly ramp it all the way up and start winning so many rounds in a row. Yesterday we saw them come back from what, a 1-5 deficit, right? So really, they do have the potential. We'll have to see if they come back in the flow of things soon, in time.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I'd say UG, yes, they did make a big comeback, but I'd say that was somewhat due to Monka-S surprisingly falling off. Nobody expected that from them, and even there was some unfortunate R6 images that precede unfortunate images. They even made some memes about that and everything. So it's just it is what it is. It all's done and dusted. So UG are here, Monka-S are not. Although all of them do have qualified for the major, that is the main goal. But still, you want to get as higher of a seed as you can, which these teams are playing for. And we see the round has started, and 30 seconds have already passed off. And UG, they have slowed everything down. They're clearing out the bottom. They're making sure there's nobody there who can toss C4s, as UG always do like to do. It is their favorite toy. And although L2K do have 2 C4s on their arsenal, nobody is downstairs and nobody is trying to take advantage of that. And this angle from Chitri is interesting. He could have found the head of Maestro, but Maestro does fall back, is safe for now.
Yeah, very heavy focus on vertical play so far from Union Games, even though it isn't really working out for them in the last 2 rounds. But they do manage to do a lot of damage,
Attackers have
especially to the
located a
Maestro, who
bomb.
is quite low on HP now, and will go down to 1 or 2 bullets from any operator for the most part. Fatals is trying to get a peek onto the Ash. He isn't really aware where he is. If the Ash peeks it right, he might be able to get the kill, but no, he just un-ADSs at the wrong time. So, first half of the round is gone. We haven't really seen any operators lose their lives or any utility being used for the most part, as it is just pretty set vertical angles that both teams are using to go.
Yeah, and with that being said, with 1 minute 30 seconds already shaved off, and UG are finally focusing on the site, and Sandy gets a quick kill onto Skipper, so that is your Maestro gone. Maestro will not be able, will still be able to fall back to his scams and use that and give our teams a lot of info, but in the bedroom there is a Melusi gadget, so I'm just gonna call them wob-wobs because that's all the Western casters do. So there is a Melusi wob-wob present, so that is going to considerably slow out the attack, as Blank also does slow out the attack, and I believe that is, ooh, Blank, he's just popping off, and yeah, EX7 was the first casualty, as he has been in the past few rounds.
Okay, dude, Blank just doesn't like to stop. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess he will get stopped by the ace there of Sparko, who does carry through and gets another kill for his team, getting them on a 2-2 position. But unfortunately for Well, UG, they do have a lower HP count, right? For the most part, they are getting aggressively peaked, especially by the guns of Jaeger. A single bullet to Sparko will be detrimental for his team. 20 seconds remaining. They do still have the smoke with all three of his canisters, I believe. Yes, as he does throw one of them out just now.
15
So
seconds
good
remaining.
utility usage so far from smoke, as he will be able to just deny the
10
plant and
seconds
push
left.
in as long as the rounds last. But Beat just comes on in, guns
5
out
seconds
Noske.
remaining.
No, Nos, sorry, as Fatals is playing inside the double door. Sparko will be going down for a plant. It's all up to Fatals to get the kill onto the planting ace. He doesn't really seem to find any of them. It's all on him, but no. SMG11, he just takes out both of them. Okay, very well played. 1v2 clutch coming out from Nos really easily, as both of the players do line up, and Beat wasn't really able to check the angle the smoke was pushing from. Really well played from Fatals as well. Lift to kill, 3 rounds.
Yeah, the spray really connected for Blank and Fatals, and that was just 2 players injured in a matter of seconds, and that is an easy dub coming out from him. And L2K just continuing their streak at 3-0 against Union Gaming. Union Gaming really not putting up the best of shows after their roster change that happened. They benched Poseidon, and then they brought in Sandy. Sandy, he has been a very, very well and very influential player for Union Gaming, but the past few games I've seen it is all falling down to Jittery and Sparko. Where we cannot, it's like UG cannot rely on EX7 to make those heroic plays and get those entry frags and everything. Is just not the spark. I feel like is, although there is a Sparko in their team, the spark I feel like has somewhat faded away.
Yeah, EX7 not really playing
Defenders,
his
protect
usual
your
game,
bombs
maybe just
from being
having a bit of
defused by
a off
attackers.
week. Let's just hope for him. But they do have their position secured, and he does have a second chance to prove himself later on in the hopefully month, I guess, at this point, because November is right around the corner. Anyways, as well, we go back up to astronomy, since L2K has completed their circle or the rotation objective rotation. So yeah, well played to them. 3-0. If they keep it up, they might just able to be going 6-0 sorry, against Union Gaming, as DJ pointed out earlier in the match.
Yeah, I like to see some unorthodox plays. I would have liked to see just the L2K just catching Union Gaming off guard by going down below to the library objective. But we know that isn't going to happen. But it's still, I would have liked to see it. But yeah, everything falls back once again down to the Aviator. And like the last round that did play off on Aviator, L2K won, and by quite a far margin, because Union Gaming just could not capitalize on the positions. They did not focus from the south side of the map at all. All of them came from the north and northeastern side of the map. That gave L2K the flexibility to just stay inside of study and open up those meter windows and get those lines of sights into the site, into Aviator. So yeah, let's see UG. They know how L2K worked on the last round. If they can use that information and use their brains and get the win for them and get some kills, or at least get an execute, that would be nice to see.
Yeah, Blank is on a bit of a lurk there for his team, as he can't really go back to site from the red doorway into astronomy. He will have to be rotating all the way around, but the Ash of Jittery does spot his feet out, and well, those are his toes gone, and his life as well. So yeah, unfortunately there for Kai, a bit of his roaming doesn't really work out. The C4 is lost a little bit, but we do see a lot of denial available from L2K, still in the form of Mira C4, Maestro cams, as well as the smoke canisters. So, well, first minute in, we have seen one fatality so far, as Sandy has been managing to make his way back into the hallway as he usually does. We do have Jittery playing inside the 90 window, holding anyone from pushing out inside the hallway. As we do see another fan wave come out. We will have to wait for that to go down before we get any kills. Okay, so EX7 still on his Zofia roll, playing all the way on the outside. So yeah, he has sorry, he is on the red stairs actually at this point. Ash trying to contest the Maestro. Maestro cleverly will be falling off, since well, you really don't want to take these gunfights against Jittery for the most part. He is a really good shot. Coming down to the last minute of the game. Skipper still back to holding his old angles, and Jay will be waiting for anybody to push up onto him through his extra long angle if he manages to get any kill. So far, UG back in their stall. Last 30 seconds remaining. They aren't really making a lot of progress. They did manage to open out the 90 hallway as the smoke will be vaulting out. Sparko spots him out, gets rid of him right at that moment.
Yeah, and the smoke being dying out, this is going to make things a bit easier for Union Gaming as they can just go inside. And yeah, Sparko is behind the vault, and he is now going for the plant. So if there was a smoke in play, that smoke would have been able to deny out the plant or delay out the plant at least. And now UG, they have a comfortable plan. They have a 5v2 situation, and this looks like the first round that can be won by UG. The Maestro has an idea where one player is, but he's just getting overwhelmed by the numbers that are presented from Union Gaming. They could not take those players down at the start of the round, and Union Gaming really coming back to life with this. The flash does come off, and everything was white for Jittery, but he gets taken out by JV. But it's nothing he can do. Tries to take some fights up against these players, but even if he does manage to kill out 3 players, he has to go for the diffuser, and he only has 7 seconds when and if he can go for the diffuser, which he cannot. And every kill he gets won't change the sway of this round whatsoever. And Union Gaming get their first round on the board.
Yeah, a bit of an unfortunate situation again. Well, not this time, I guess, for L2K, as the Mira did unfortunately miss her C4, and then Maestro couldn't really do a lot either, considering that UG was aware of it as it was in the same place as last time, spotted it out, got rid of it when they went in for plant, and then, of course, Mira C4 miss wasn't really something you'd hope to happen. But it's still a good thing for UG as they do manage to get their first round on board, bringing up the hopes a little bit for them as well. Going down 0-4 would just be further stomping down on their morale, right? But 1-3, they can bring it back. They can still even tie the half if they try hard enough. So we'll have to see where it goes as we do see our first Jackal come out.
Yeah, Jackal, although L2K do not go on roams that much, but still Jackal is a little bit of helpful. If Jackal is a little bit helpful, but still I wouldn't say it's a useful pick. I would like to see other operators coming out in here instead of the Jackal, but still Union Gaming picked it. I believe they have some plans with it, so let's see if they do plan them out and play them out. So Aviator, the last round, it didn't go the way of Lift to Kill at all, but still I'd say Union Gaming, even if they can pick 2 rounds on the attacking half, that would be enough for them to go on the defense and turn the tide around of this matchup completely. So okay, yeah, Jackal is an interesting pick, a useful pick right now, because Lift to Kill have completely changed up the script, and now they are going for the roam heavy strat. I'd say I have seen some NA teams play this strat where they like to put up the castle inside of the bedroom, and also some places of the astronomy, and then hold the site from there, which Lift to Kill are opting to do.
Yeah, definitely a bit of an orthodox play. Not really that, I guess, varying, but we are seeing the interesting play again in Castle, as you did just mention. So yeah, they're going back there with the Castle, but you know, one thing that we do have to point out is the UG playing the sledge again, always. So Castle barricades won't really be that much of a hassle for him. Nos, however, on the statue door might just be an enough time waste and problem there for his opponents, but I don't think they have any sort of ADS there to protect him, as Blank does peek wide and gets rid of L2K. Oh, sorry, EX7. Man's just not having a good day today. Going 0-5. Nos playing close to the bedroom door, peeks in as Sparko jumps in. That's your ace gone as well, your heart breacher as well with your fragger. It's all up to the last 3 players of UG. Jittery, unfortunately, will get caught out by the proximity mine there as well.
Yeah, Proxima Karma, the C4s do go off, but does not manage to catch him up. But the thing is, the defenders, they know where the attackers are, especially they have pinned him down, and also they knew with the kill of Sparko that the diffuser dropped there. So whenever the diffuser does come, it should be coming in from there. And Sandy does see the barrel of the IQ, but the IQ finally falls back safely, and Sandy gets swung on. Blank gets swung on and taken down. It's still, defenders do have the man advantage, but it's still UG. you have to keep that in the factor that UG, they can swing the tides of any matchup as they slowly try to get more and more control of the map. They do not have any control of the site, and they still haven't cleared out every other roam possible. The defenders, they are still spread around the site, but smokes do go off. So yeah, they can go for the plan, but there's 45 seconds left.
Alright, so what changed
The attackers
the
found
last
the diffuser
round
has
right
been
now
dropped.
is that L2K decided to bring out a bigger, wider hold, right?
Attackers have
And they did
recovered
manage to
their
catch two of their operators early on. But, well, as we head into the last 30 seconds, they will be looking to go back in for plant. Not a lot of plant denial. I guess we do still have the smoke here. And I assume the castle does have impact grenades to impact
Attackers
close.
dropped
So
the
we'll have to see
diffuser.
how that goes for them. But no, actually, he does not. Goyo, no C4 as well. So yeah, it's all up to smoke there
15
as
seconds
well.
remaining.
Last 15 seconds, they can't really win it out on time too. Not playing on side just ready door will get one, might just get two, but no, he gets shut down by the slow
5
edge,
seconds left.
I believe. From Beat, UG gets one kill, but L2K just has, well, time on their side as UG runs right into them, and well, they're just free picks for them at this point on. As you can see on the stretch.
Yeah, it was just it seems like L2K, they had different strats ready to switch up the gameplay, and whenever one of their strats failed, they just fell back to the plan B, and their plan B worked pretty nice. They won Aviator 2 out of 3 times, so that's very well and done for them. And now they fall back to the last side they have to defend is dining. Usually teams would go for a trophy defense, but L2K do love to go to dining. Although if we pull up the statistic, they're still 1-3 on dining. So if they can want to make that stat better, which they did on the first round that they played. So if this round is another repetition, this would be a 5-1 half, and they would just need to
Attackers
win
need
one
to
round
locate
on
and
attack to
defuse
put
as
this
many
into a
bombs
match
as they
point.
can.
Yep, any round at all. I mean, for the most part, I would say Union Gaming will still be doing not so bad on their half if they manage to go to, let's just say, 2-4, right? But if they manage, unfortunately, end up going 1-5, they have managed to bring it back on Villa. Yeah, we understand that, but still, it's basically a miracle situation. It doesn't always work. You cannot rely on just going down 1-5 and then bring it back up every time, right? So we'll have to see how that goes for them this time, as Live2Kill is on their favorite side, and they did manage to win it out once against UG. So against UG, they do have a 1-1 record on this, so we'll see how that goes.
Well, last round, UG couldn't even get anywhere near the site. So let's hope UG do better than that next time and really diversify their attack and really push on this. If they want to push on the second floor, they push from various angles. And we see a similar kind of bedroom setup that they did without the castle, of course, in the last round on bedroom side. So yeah, UG really have to go up against the Live2Kill defense that is on the second floor rather than the first. And even if they want to get control of the second floor, there might be some C4s present. Okay, there's 1 and 2 C4s present with the Kaid and the Lucy. So you have to be aware of those two. There isn't any pulse. Teams do like to play the pulse sometimes and stay below and get all of that information, heartbeat sensing and everything. But still, the pings with the new ping system, pings can go out as one C4 does get taken out, the Kaid. So he doesn't have one, but you don't need C4s if you can hit heads like Nos is doing. And I thought he found another one, but he was found an EX7. I believe that was his first kill, and quickly followed by a second kill of this whole matchup.
So EX7 apparently has found his aim file back, huh? Which
Yeah.
he couldn't really find along all this mess. Dude, you need to clear out your desktop, I can see it. But considering all that, L2K's pressure doesn't really translate well this time. They have been figuring that out. If they keep UG away from the side with their roam game, they can basically win out every round, as we can see, right? Past 4 rounds. But this time UG is answering back, especially
Bomb
EX7
located by
on his
attackers.
zone, getting those 2 kills. Really nice shots, both of them. As well, unfortunately, Nos couldn't really do that much work on the Jaeger. Jay with the Melusi is also taken out. So yeah, we get to see a total of, well, both the C4s get taken out. So they can prepare and go in for plant safely for the most part. Of course, again, smoke canisters are available, but we'll see how useful they are when it comes to the execute, which it isn't, as UG are still upstairs trying to get rid of any utility they can.
Yeah, they're even trying to flush out players with the frag grenades. As Sparkle gets a kill on the Fatal, now it's down to 2v4, so UG do have the upper hand, and also Skipper getting Yeah, Skipper getting injured. Yeah, it's now all down to blank.
Playing inside factory. I think I saw the door being barricaded, right? On the drone? Not
Huh?
sure. No, no,
No,
okay, it
no, it's
isn't. I
not.
was like, if he's hiding in pantry with a barricaded door, that might just be very
Yeah,
difficult to
yeah,
get
yeah.
out of.
It's like those that Monkai situation when UG was going for the plant and Monkai's player just went to kill was it Kira or Monkai? I don't remember. Went to just kill the Valkyrie cam and everything about that. So
Yeah,
it
that
was
was Monka. That was
yeah,
Monka.
yeah. So yeah, the diffuser does get planted down, and Flank getting pinsed from every angle does manage to take down EX7, but he still has
No,
to
no,
go
that was
again.
Kira actually.
Yeah, so
My
he
bad.
had to go up against a tall order of these three players of UG, and Sparko, being the player he is, being the good player that he is, he takes down Blank, and that is 2 rounds on the board for Union Gaming. So it's still a deficit, but it's the round swap. Anything can happen after that. I'd say
Yeah.
somewhat the slates are clean right now. If although there is a 2 round deficit, UG can come back from that very easily.
Not a terrible half, let's just say
Yeah,
that
yeah,
for them. As
yeah.
bad as it could have been considering how down they were in the round count, but we'll see how the defender side it goes for them as well. It does seem to us that the defenders are coming alive. Oh, sorry, UG are coming alive as they are defenders now, right? So they are getting their frag power back bit by bit, but they are. So we'll see if they can make a good enough recovery here. As Nos will be breaking off onto the Jackal formation.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many
Yeah,
bombs as they can.
Jackal being played once again, and UG against UG, you need an operator like Jackal because UG. We saw the strat they did against what was that team? I forget what team that was. On the last match that I casted, there was two holes made on the floor on Vault, and Jittery was playing down below inside of library. So even if you wanted to ignore him, you couldn't because there's always that itch at the back of your head that there is a roamer present, and if you went to clear that roamer, you'd get peeked from both of those holes that they just made inside of Vault, and it'd make very hard for you to clear out that one player that is Jittery. And even if you don't get killed by the holes, there is still Jittery, who is just popping off in this whole tournament. He can just shoot at heads any time of the day, and I believe UG can at least make it a 4-4. At least.
Yeah, another thing to notice is that L2K is bringing the exact same lineup for the most part, right? Dash he was breaking. I guess they just swapped the Ash and IQ.
Attackers bomb diffuser has been
The
dropped.
aggression.
IQ a little bit, but yeah, Sparkle's having none of it. He just peeks the window wide with his TDSG with his new buff, and well, EX7 will be following that. So yeah, 2 early losses for L2K in basically what was the first 30 seconds of the round. Not really looking that good for them starting off in the defensive half, as they do actually manage to lose out the diffuser. I'm not sure anyone's holding that anymore. No, it doesn't appear to be, so it might just be a safe pick as they are heading back into the bedroom. They did manage to take control of it this time.
Attackers have recovered their
And, well,
diffuser.
UG has, gone back to safety, getting the 2 early picks, which was really wonderful for them.
Yeah, I'd say for UG, it's either the time or the kills they have for them to fall back, because once you have 2 kills into the round, it's time for your roamers to come back. It's time for them to defend the side. Or when the roamers have shaved off at least like 1 or 1.5 minutes from the clock, they should have the call in the back of their heads that okay, we've shaved off some time, we need to now fall back and defend the side. And the UG, it was the earlier thing for them. They got the kills and they decided, okay, that's enough for us. We don't need to go for these ballsy, for these aggressive plays, and we need to fall back and lose the fight and maybe win the war. As does the leg of the Mozzie, does get spotted out, and EX7 gets taken out very comfortably by Nos, but still they have to go up against these 4 players. And even if they want to push into the L hallway, there is a Melusi Wobber present, so yeah, you have to go up against that, which will slow you down considerably. And Melusi being one of the newer operators that have been added to the game, there is still teams are still working on how to work around that.
Yeah, 50 seconds remaining, and Jittery will be making his way up closer to the side as he came up main stairs just now. But he does have enough information about who is exactly playing where due to these vertical holes, and both of Jay's smoke grenades getting caught out, but I believe they had an extra player there on Jackal who will be supporting his teammate out. No one coming in for plant here. Does seem to be a bit of a fake out. but that will also mean that they are out of utility by the time they have to push in. Nos making his way all the way
Bomb
in.
has been
Jittery
located.
was unaware,
15
but Nos
seconds
missing some
remaining.
of his shots makes Jittery get the double kill onto his teammates. Sparko will be finishing up once again as he did get the first kill. All up to UG now to keep up their streak they have actually found here. The rhythm.
Yeah, UG really coming back to their rhythm and everything. And the key factor was Jittery once again, even though he was on Rome and L2K chose to like completely ignore that. It's still a player on Rome can fall back to the side at any moment and just take down everyone by surprise, which Jittery kind of did. L2K, their attack was a bit one dimensional. They all of them focused from the bedroom side of things, although there was some initial pressure on study and everywhere study and the north side of the map, but still the players, their initial picks that were that were made by UG that from the initial aggression that really put L2K on the back foot, and they had to really
Defenders,
change
protect
their
your
game
bombs
plan
and
and
defuse by
the
attackers.
setup that they had, that they wanted to pincer those defenders from both of the sides of the map, both from the north and the south. That just fell apart completely with those first two kills, and so did the round. So now they go UG now falling back. Sorry, not falling back, changing the side to Trophy Statuary, and I believe they will win this round too.
Yeah, so if you're new to the Apex scene, right, a big staple of our team, of our games is a defender-sided aggression, which we can see is felt
10 seconds
throughout
left.
this game so far as well. So UG are taking full advantage of that. They will
5
be
seconds
getting
remaining.
2 extra early picks there, as we did see their players coming
Attackers
around.
objective is to locate
EX7
a
wasn't
bomb
really
and
on his
defuse
game
it.
for the first, well, let's just say first 5 rounds, right? But he has been catching up as well. Talking about defender-sided aggression, Jittery just doesn't skip a beat. Goes for the peek outside and gets rid of Nos. That's a Jackal gone. So Jittery, the roamer himself, will be making a bit of an easier round for himself as well. The Jackal won't be there to hunt him and grab his footsteps.
Yeah, the prey hunting the hunter down, and that is the
Bomb
Jackal
defused.
gone off. And Jittery getting another frag onto Fatal. That is just Sledge gone off the board. No
What a
more
shot.
opening up. Yeah, no more opening up any of those soft breaches. And now he wants to take the fight against the Zofia and gets not the frag, but
Okay.
it downs the Zofia. Zofia does have her withstand ability, but that will put her back to 1 HP, and that is literally
recovered the bomb
a
diffuser. A bomb has been located.
pinch away from death. So yeah, UG really popping off on their defense side of the map, and it seems like they don't need. I feel like they don't even need any of the attacker side of the map. They could have just gone 6-0 on attack, and then came back with a 6-0 of themselves once again when they were on defense and taken this to an overtime.
Especially Jittery, dude. Jittery just doesn't
Yeah.
care. He's gonna peek you, and he's gonna win that gunfight no matter what. As we did see him do 3 times already. As the ace is also brought down to a little under 25 HP, so we'll have to see how that goes for them heading into the last half. Okay, so it's only just been half of the map gone, round gone, right? And UG is just giving L2K such a hard time on their existence. They have 2 players who are combined on 25 HP maximum, and then a full HP Ash, who is, well, pretty easy to get rid of considering she is only 1 armor. So we'll have to see how that goes. The pulse of EX7 with the complete info of the players pushing in from Laundry might just be able to chuck a C4 from up top. No real holes being there, but Blank will rush in and get the kill for his teammates, but Zofia will get shut down by Jittery. Jittery on a burner here might just be going in for an ace as we head to the last 50 seconds. Goes around, but beat. No. Will deny him of the ace. It's all up to Jay playing upstairs inside master bedroom.
Yeah, the viewers who are watching this might get confused if this is a dining hold, but no, this is not a dining hold. This is a trophy hold, but there was nobody. There was, I believe, 1 player from UG, the defender side, on inside of trophy, and so as it still is. And that 1 player takes down the fight. Oh no, it wasn't that
C4
1 player.
pulse, yeah.
Yeah, C4. Yeah,
EX7
UG's favorite
He's
toy.
like, yeah, I'm bored. I'm done with this.
Yeah,
Get this
yeah,
out,
yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, the EX7, although even though he is not fragging that much, although he is coming out of his form, but still, it's like even when he's not fragging, he's just giving so much info with that pulse. Even whenever he's not near side, he's just below, and you have to clear that, or you'll not win the round. And that was what L2K tried to do, but failed.
Yeah, definitely. Who do you think called Jittery to come in and get this kill on Zofia swinging in from laundry? That was definitely the pulse of EXM, right? But big props to Jittery as well, getting a lot of kills for his team and just bullying L2K essentially in that round. We are seeing a bit of a role swap here coming out from UG, except ES7 still playing the pulse, but the rest of them are
Attackers need
swapping
to
off from
locate
the
and
normal
defuse the bomb.
operators, going to a bit of a secondary hold, I would just say, as they are going back down to kitchen. Wait, that's their first time going kitchen, actually, right? I believe. Capcan is being brought out
Attackers have located the bomb.
by Yuji. We'll see how that goes. That's the first Capcan we've seen on the round. Teams do like to play him a lot, considering they delay them offside enough.
10 seconds
And
left.
well, is a lot for a lot of teams. Getting rid of Capcan isn't something
5
that you
seconds
have on
insertion.
top of your mind, especially when you have a Jittery peeking you at Mach 7. And he's
Attackers are
Capcan
heading out to
himself,
defuse
so
the bomb.
you just want to get rid of the player rather than just look into all doorways, clearing out the traps. So those two play into the favor of UG a lot of times, as we have previously seen. He is, however, choosing to play the 1x. So,
Yeah,
1x man.
I believe he
Personal
has
preference, honestly. Yeah.
either his personal preference or I think he never played Kapkan after the update, so he just forgot to change the sides. That is a big possibility. But whenever UG plays Kapkan, I just remember the play by Sparko in Clubhouse in the majors against Mercenaries, where he was just inside of the freezer and Mercenaries completely forgot that there was a freezer that they needed to check, and Sparko just swung and got C4 kills and the weapon kills. So whenever Capcan plays on UGIC, I just remember of Sparko. But although Sparko is now playing the Capcan and Jittery has taken the role of Sparko is playing the Clash and Jittery has taken the role of the Capcan. So he is just playing a phenomenal today, and I believe he will get a few more frags, whether that is with his gadget or with the weapon.
Yeah, definitely.
Attackers have located
That's
a
the thing,
bomb.
right? They did a little bit of a roll swap, and a lot of times that is enough to throw your opponents off. Since, well, Capcan is a staple of UG play for the most part. EXM might just go for a C4 here. We'll have to see how that goes for him.
Going
And
gone.
All right, that's black gone. Bye bye. All right, so Capcan is a bit of a staple of UG play, and switching it around will give them enough difference in playstyle that they can confuse their opponents furthermore. So, all right, EX7 used his C4, and then he brought over his friend for another C4 there for beat. So we'll have to see how that goes. But Skipper gets the kill onto Sandy. Usually wide swing, and the C4 would miss, unfortunately, there from beat. But he will break down Skipper to under half.
Yeah, but just look at the defense coming out from UG. Whenever we saw Liftical on defense, they were just so hunkered around inside of the side. There was very little roam presence coming out from them. As we said, that beat gets another frag. And yeah, UG's favorite toy working wonders for them. They got two C4 kills in this round, and they don't have any more. And I believe if they did have any more, they would have gotten some more C4 kills. But Union Gaming, their defense, although this is a diner and kitchen defense, some of their players are so far away from the site. They're sitting inside of library and they're getting frags from there. So
Yeah.
L2K really not finding anything in the form of kills or any map control from the side. They do have control of the second floor right now, but
15
yeah, the
seconds
Ace
remaining.
is trying to get some peeks into that, and Fatals does get a frag on the Sparkle. Ace is inside, sees the pulse and takes him out. It's a 2v2, very much doable for
5
L2K,
seconds
but
remaining.
not doable if the Ace gets taken out. Beat pops off and kills the final player too, and Union Gaming now finally have the lead for the first time in this whole matchup.
Yeah, bringing it back up, we did see a little bit of unfortunate situation there from the sledge of Fatals. He threw both of his grenades down by the wall and couldn't really manage to get the kite charge for his team. So Ace couldn't really open up the wall, which seemed like their plan to do. So yeah, a bit of a uninformed grenades, let's just say, because he definitely had no idea where the kite charge was. So yeah, that will give UG their pick and their wins. So 5-4 now, coming in with 4 rounds in a row, I do believe, right? So yeah, right now they're the ones who will be going to match point if they manage to win this round out again.
Yeah, not a single round dropped on defense. And when Fatals was picking the Monty, I was like, okay, this is going to be some interesting plays. And
Attackers
I
need to
was a
locate
little
and
bit
defuse
disappointed
as
when
many
he chose
bombs as they can.
Twitch. But yeah, 6 picks are in the game, and he is back with the Monty. So this will be interesting to see how UG deal with the Monty. They are very C4 heavy, and they play very vertically. But the side is now going back to Aviator. So vertical plays, I'd say they would be at somewhat of a minimum. Though I still believe UG would have some kind of vertical play with him, but there is a Monty in play, so most of the attack will be very horizontal because Monty will just go inside of the side and stay in a corner and just give out the new ping
10
system.
seconds to
With the
go.
new ping system, he will just give out so many pings and so many callouts to his teammates that okay,
5 seconds to
the
insertion.
Melusi is here, the smoke is here, the Mozzie is here, and those info will
Attackers'
help,
objective is
might
to
help
locate a bomb and
L2K
defuse
to just swivel around those players of UG and maybe get the frags and maybe even get this round and make the scores tied.
Yeah, definitely. Like, well, it's a different strategy. Let's just say that for the most part, right? And they're hoping to catch UG off guard. But well, another thing to consider is they do have Melusi, okay, and they do have smoke with it. So if the Monty gets trapped in a really bad position, they can just get him caught in the Melusi and then smoke him out. And there's nothing he can do, unfortunately, in that situation. So we'll have to see how that goes for them as we are heading into our, well, penultimate round, right? Actually, you know, we can have still 3 more rounds after this, but we'll have to see how that goes. Blank has made his way inside of the building as they are both trying to... Oh no, they're both trying to pincer out the Jaeger, but Beat from his vertical angle will get the first opening pick. That's not one on the Jackal. But Zofia is having none of it, peeks back into it and takes Beat out. So yeah, really nice shooting there from L2K. They do still have all the information they need on the Jaeger and his whereabouts. He does shoot out a drone, but no one's really going to contest him. As I guess no one really wants to peek into Jittery for the most part.
Yeah, this is what Jittery does.
bomb
He
has been
just stays
located.
below the side inside the library, and he just takes out so much attention of these players, and with attentions, some heads too, as he just did. So yeah, with that attention, the players who are focusing on library have to completely focus on Jittery, and sometimes they do get swung. Although Jittery does get taken care of, it is a 3v3. Jay is there, very low on HP, and the Monty, he just can't get any advantages for himself, and he's just getting tagged up from every side and gets taken down. So yeah, that is how UG deal with the Monty.
Yeah, we just bully him.
Yeah.
Of course. So yeah, that was a really easy takeout for UG for taking out the Monty. It is a 1v2, oh sorry, 3v2, but Ace is a 1v3. He'll just get taken out by anything at all. Right? At this point, even if he trips over a bit of debris, he might just die.
Attackers
We'll
recover
have
the
to see
bomb
how
diffuser.
that goes. They did manage to take out Sparko as they do bring it back down to a 2v2, but no, there is a player of UG playing inside still who EX7 will take out Skipper, and Jay on his 1 HP will still manage to get kills. That's EX7 gone all up to Sandy as well as Jay, sorry, from L2K. The Ace versus the Melusi. However, the Melusi does have a lot of HP advantage and will take only 1 kill from either of the guns to take him out. He's going down for a plant inside the Banshee, so he doesn't
15
really have
seconds
anywhere to run right after he completes his plant. But no, he almost manages to get off the plant right on time. Does manage to tag Sandy for a little bit, but being himself on 1 HP, Sandy just needs to land 1 shot and even on his body, which he does. And yeah, UG takes another round.
Yeah, at this point of the when you have this low of an HP, you have to be aware of so many things, because even if you step on a bandit battery, on a Kai charged barbed wire or a wall, you might get taken out. Even there is no Legion being played. Even if there was a Legion and you step on that, and you don't even have a chance to shoot at anyone. So the Ace, he had to just worry about so many things, and it just didn't work out for him at the end. Although they put up a good fight, they brought it down to 1v1. It was just not enough, and UG, they finally have the round they wanted. No rounds dropped on defense at all. Straight back-to-back for 5 rounds won back-to-back for UG, and now they have that match point. So 1 round away from having that advantage and taking us to Cafe.
Yeah, Fatals with 200 IQ 6 pick going for great. As are up against match point going up to statuary, and I think they do have more or less a standard setup. coming out at this point with the EX7 on pulse and their vertical setup coming out. Which, well, they will be holding quite aggressively as we've seen so far in the map, right? UG just loves their vertical angles, getting picks and holding their opponents off guard. Dude, they don't even care who set up the vertical angles, even if L2K did, they're just gonna go. They just love whatever vertical angles they can get at this point. And yeah, Trophy, well, it is one of the most higher rated defender sided sites on this map, as we've seen so far, especially considering UG's flexible setup, right? They have a really wide setup for the defense of this site. So we'll have to see how that goes for list of skill. They did decide to bench the Monty as well as worth it in time. I guess UG just pulled him. And Blank will be losing a bit of an HP, which I believe is probably to Jittery peeking out right again.
Yeah, UG is like, I feel like someone from UG studies BBA, business or anything, and whenever the teacher said diversify your assets, UG just took it to heart and they were like, okay, we're going to take this info, we're going to take this and put it into our gameplay and just diversify our like players and everywhere around the map. So wherever the attacker or anyone tries to go, we will have somewhere put up around there and like use that against them, which UG are doing. So 1 round away from match point, and just see the spread out attack. The Nos does have a Jackal, but that does not help him out in the past rounds because he just got taken out earlier into the rounds. And EX7, he's below with the pulse, and although I'd say 2 C4s is very low C4s for UG because they usually have at least 3 of them to toss out. They still can make do a lot of things with those C4s, as the pulse is now, I'm pretty sure his hands are just moving around in the evil gesture as he does put out the C4 and gets the first kill of the round into Fatal.
Yep, that's your Twitch.
Yeah.
No idea what just happened to him. He's just there 1 second and his head blown off. What? But same thing happens to EX7, just sitting in the middle of the room trying to get the pulse scans in, as EX7, oh sorry, the Jackal of Nos will come in and get rid of him. But no, Jittery, he's bored, dude. He just goes in around bathroom, peeks into bedroom, gets 2 kills for his team. No problem at all for him, as it does get his team into a 4v2 man advantage. Blank, however, he does seem scared, right? He is very Jittery just peeking into him. And yeah, you have to be at this point, considering how good his aim has been and how accurate he is on top of it. Fatal's confused a little bit how C4 can kill him on top of a desk. Ever since the sharpnel change, for the most part, C4s do kill you through desks as well. So yeah, that's the thing that happens now. Not trying to push up inside Astronomy. Does catch the Jaeger off guard, but Sandy playing on stage will be there for the refrag back. Peeks in, gets rid of Sparko. It's all up to him though, still in a 1v2 situation, but beat with the SMG-11, takes his head off, and there we go. Union Gaming do manage to get the first map. Not really that convincingly in the start, but damn dude, they picked up their speed.
Yeah, you really can tell why UG picked this matchup. And although L2K wanted to get the advantage as much as they could at the start with the defense pick from them, UG just like, okay, we'll give you every round on attack. You can every round that we're on attack, you can get on your defense side, but it won't matter at all, because whenever we go on defense and whenever the sides switch, the match will completely switch onto our side. And that just showed completely from UG. Not a
Flawless
single
defender
round. Yeah,
Yep.
flawless defender round. And that is, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 rounds back to back to secure the first map win for themselves.
Yeah, really well done there by them. They did stumble a little bit, but all of their players did find the footing. I guess that is how it usually goes for them. For the most part, they're a little slow on the warm-up, right? They take their time, they understand their opponent, and then they just come ramming back and they just clean out their opponent thoroughly, as we did see on the defending half. They didn't even drop a single round, dude. This is just insane for them. So
Yeah, but I'm still not satisfied. Not enough C4 kills from UG.
yeah, dude, they just dropped out their C4 players. Like, that brought less as the rounds went on. Especially in the last one, we didn't really see the convincing amount of C4s we usually see for them. But EX7 still with his one did get the kill. So yeah.
Yeah, with that being said, as we set up our next map, which will be Cafe, and this one is L2K's map, and UG has chosen to go on defense. But as we set that up, we will go for a short break, but we will be right back.
welcome back. Second map of our day and our match, Union Gaming versus Live2Kill. If you did miss it, Union Gaming did manage to win out the last round 7-4, I believe. Yeah, 7-4. They did win out. They went flawless in the defending half, and they were down 1-4 in the attacking half. So really wonderful for them, and they played really well, bringing it back up to speed. As we head into Cafe, Union will be defending first. Unfortunately, they were attacking last time and will be coming out with the first ban of Thatcher, which is, I think, same as the last time. No one really likes to play against Thatcher these days, dude. He's just considered too overpowered for the most part. No one cares. He just throws his little balls of light down and just takes everything out. So yeah, people just trying to avoid him. And Capitao again from Live2Kill. So similar bans coming out there from both teams on the attacker sided half at least. Capitao is quite useful, I guess, especially since there will be a my ban scene from Union Gaming, so they just ban out Capitao because, well, he's the only one whose thing these are not really affected by Jaeger for the most part. So yeah, especially since we consider Cafe Skylight into Questioner.
Yeah, although this is our second map, this might be the last map if UG have their way. And yeah, the bans are like exactly. It's like they went to Villa, they pressed Control C, and now they are pressing Control V because every team that banned the for me in my notes, I can just go Control C and Control V because it's like every team that banned the teams that banned the operators in the last map, they did the same ban. So now is the same. Although Union Gaming are now on defense, so that coin has flipped. And last time we saw in the last map that we saw in Union Gaming on defense, they just went ham and they just did not give any leeway to Live2Kill, and they took every round there. Flawless defensive half, back-to-back 6 rounds to secure their win on the first map, and they might get their way in this matchup too.
Yeah, we saw last game how aggressive UG was on their defense, and you definitely don't want to give them a Valkyrie to assist in their runouts and peaks. So yeah, good decision there for them. As we do see a 6 pick come out, that EX7 going for Warden off of Clash. So they don't really support any sort of smoke plants in this.
Attackers need to locate and defuse.
Yeah,
bombs.
Warden, without this, even if you don't have the smoke plans, with the recent changes that were made to the Warden, he does have the MPX and has the 1.5x, also has a shield. And in this meta, the shield is a very, very useful thing, as Union Gaming now have 4 shields, 2 on the Goyo, 1 on the smoke, and 1 on EX7. So I believe even if they didn't want to go for a smoke plant denial, they just chose Warden solely because of the utility of the shield and the MPX 1.5x that he brings. So he can even be a fragger with his 2 speeds, and even if there is a situational if there is a situation where there are smokes and flashes going down, Warden just can stay there and counter that completely. So it's like a win-win situation for them in every way.
Yeah, dude. The way Warden runs, all this is Okay. Okay, so coming back to the point, yeah, UG just went from C4 gaming to shield gaming really quickly there. We'll see how that goes for them in their cafe holds. So, yeah, bringing out the usual smoke and Goyo will have to, yeah, definitely. Okay, sorry, I lost my train of thought there, but yeah, considering the operators they're bringing here, we'll have to see how that goes for them. They do have the smoke to deny any sort of plant, and no real smokes coming out, only from the ace of L2. Oh, actually, never mind. I'll scratch that. They do have 4 sets of smokes there. Yeah, definitely. Jackal is bringing as well as the Kali to supplement
A bomb has been.
Yeah, so oh,
never mind.
okay, the only C4 they had, C4 they had, and they managed to get out Kali. Yep. So that is Union Gaming for you, boys and girls. It's just if anyone writes a book on Union Gaming, it would be 1 pick and in 1 page, and it would say, okay, Union Gaming does C4 kills. That's it. That's the book. And I would even publish it because I have a publishing house of my own. Anyways, not talking about me. Let's talk about the Union Gaming and Live2Kill matchup. This is Live2Kill's. This is do or die for Live2Kill. If they do not manage to win this matchup, we don't have any hopes of them going into the finals. Although, as I have said, they have made the majors, but still, you'd want that sweet cash and you'd want that sweet pride of it, calling yourselves, okay, we're the best team in South Asia for the time being until the majors happen. So yeah, Union Gaming on Live2Kill, whoever win, have to face up against Mercenaries today. So Union Gaming, can they make this matchup an easy one and win this map and have a lot of time on their hands? Because the Mercenaries match, I think that does not start before 4.
Yeah, it does start around 4. Yes, B does take a little bit of damage, but for the most part, that's nothing compared to the Kali loss. As well, Jay doesn't like his teammates anymore. Apparently, he takes out the Ash there on off Fatals as they are trying to take control of side. They did manage to drop into Cigar shop, but they aren't really being very successful moving up into Piano itself. As well, there you go. Jaeger of Jittery gets another pick for his team, getting them the bigger advantage. EX7 will get the kill fall really, really closely there by the smoke. So yeah, really.
Yeah, after that team kill, I was going to say something about Jay playing the ace, and Sparko also played the ace on Clubhouse, and he did a team kill and then went on to do an ace with the ace. But Jay just could not. Jay just could not follow that up, and that story that I wanted to tell completely fell off, as did the round for Lift to Kill. So yeah, Union Gaming a nearly flawless round for them to start things off, and if they follow this trend, this might even be a 6-0 once again on defense.
Yeah, we'll have to see what direction it goes for the most part. But yeah, UG strong showing starting off the map here for the first time. I mean, last time we didn't really see a strong showing, as we have mentioned. But yeah, defending is definitely their preferred way of things as well. I guess you do have more
Defenders,
control when
protect
you're
your bombs
defending,
from
right?
being
You
defused
set
by
up your own
attackers.
strategies and all that. So yeah, we'll see how that goes as they go to the middle floor in dining and reading.
Yeah, teams sometimes it's usually them playing either kitchen or top on first, and then whatever side that is left between kitchen and top, they go to the second time to play. But Union Gaming trying to switch up their playbook, trying to catch Lift to Kill off guard by going to a reading and fireplace hold. So in the Western meta, I follow a lot of EU and NA leagues, so I
10
know that
seconds
they
remaining.
have somehow they've chosen to ignore the
5
third
seconds
floor
remaining.
completely, and they start off on kitchen, then they fall back to reading, and then they fall back to
Attackers are
mining.
moving
So
out to locate a
it still
bomb and
hasn't
defuse it.
reached our region, and our region still likes to play 3F, then reading, then kitchen, and rotate around these 3 sides. But yeah, it is being done by UG. They have fallen back to reading immediately, and if they can defend it, then it's an easy pick on them for kitchen, and kitchen is a defender sided site. So I believe if UG win this round, this just might be a 3-0.
Yeah, definitely. Like from what I've seen, we're way closer to Latin America in playstyle than any
Yeah.
other region for the most
Impressive,
part.
impressive.
Yeah, but we'll have to see how that goes once we hit the overall international stages. Hopefully, coming invitational, the COVID issue will have subsided enough to have our South Asian teams go up there. So, yeah, coming in back to the game at hand. 1 minute in, and no real picks coming out from UG so far, as they usually like to do. But Jittery is out there peeking Skylight, trying to get any sort of kill whatsoever, and he will. There you go. That's the Ash
another one.
dropping, and a followed back from him onto the sledge. But no, he will be taken out finally by Nos's Twitch.
Bro, I want to know Jittery's diet and whatever he eats for breakfast and lunch and everything, because if I had
He's
those,
not G Fuel, honestly.
I want to snort some G Fuel, because if I had like 50 or 20% of that, I would have made gold rank. So I need some of that. Anyways, as we do say that, Lift to Kill down to 3 men. They have to go up against the 4-man defense coming out from UG. The mute is right there, so there is no way the players of Lift to Kill can drone him out. And taking advantage of taking matters into his own hand, Jay gets the first, gets another kill onto Sandy, and the mute is now flushed out and killed. So Lift to Kill finally have the advantage on their side, but can they capitalize on that? They only have 1 minute left on the clock, as Sparko does go for a run out, won't find anyone, has to
Attackers
fall back.
recovered the bomb diffuser.
Yeah, they did leave the site a little bit unguarded there, especially since Sparko went downstairs. I think he is trying to make his way back upstairs, but no, he isn't going to be successful, as Nos just takes his head off. It's all up to EX7. He does have a C4, so we do still have a possibility of seeing a C4 kill come out for this round. And he has all of the info about the whereabouts of his opponents for the most part. L2K is still not sure where they want to push from, are just opening up vertical angles, trying to find where exactly the pulse is. They seem to be a little short on information here. One comes down right stairs, but no, the Twitch did actually, in fact, know where EX7 was. Gets the kill. Yeah, that's the kill for. Okay, no, I was just clearing angles, but good on him.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised when UG went for reading and dining because it is one of the weaker sides, and teams do like to get up as much points as in their bag as they can before they lose a round. And now UG are going for it once again, and I would have liked to see UG going for a kitchen defense and securing that position for them, but they just won't go there at all because they are adamant on going into reading room for some reason. Let's see if things do fare out differently for them this time around. They do have a mute and Ella set up. Ella might be six pick onto a smoke. I still don't know, but still a smoke it can be useful. And okay,
Defenders,
it isn't.
protect
So
your bomb
Ella
from being
will be
defused
played.
by
Ella
attackers.
has seen better days in this game, of course. When she was introduced, she was such an OP operator with her Griswold mines and the recoil on her weapon, and also the magazine size on her weapon and everything. Since then, she has been nerfed kind of into oblivion, but still, she has her uses, and Sandy does like to use the Griswold mines and even hold off to one, which she can use in the late round.
Yeah, definitely. And for a lot of players, the recoil is quite still manageable, right?
10
They put in
seconds
enough
remaining.
hours on T-Hunts and rank. They know how to exactly control the recoil. And with the 40 bullets and the fast fire rates, all you need to get essentially for the most part is one headshot, right?
Attackers'
So
objective
once you
is to
get that,
locate a
you're
bomb
Gucci.
and defuse it.
So yeah, getting up into the third round of our map today. We'll see how it goes for both of these teams as a journal's really safe entry coming out from L2K. They're not really in a rush to push up into the site as well. Cafe, unfortunately, does have so many windows, and UG just loves to peek those windows. So you better just go carefully and slowly instead of just getting your head ripped off by Jittery. As speaking of that, he is holding an angle, but yeah, he won't really find anyone, unfortunately for him this round.
Yeah, one interesting play I saw with EX7 playing the Echo, he would just put his Echo drones on the window ledges and he just like jump up and down with the yokai drone and get info and just peek using that info. But yeah, Echo being in a competitive quarantine, as we are also in a quarantine, Echo cannot be played in any competitive match. So that is happening right now. No Echo being played has had some interesting bans that are happening right now. Sometimes when Echo was played, Echo was like the default ban, like Thatcher is right now. So we aren't seeing that, and we are seeing some diversity in the bans. And now we will see some diversity in the lift to kill attack as they now try to approach this site in a different way. Last time they tried to focus on the third floor and then focus from there, and now the Pulse, he has no idea that there is a player beside him, but he has idea of the player above. And although, speaking of ideas, Liftical did have the call out that there is a Pulse. He is throwing a C4, but still did not manage to save their player.
Yeah, unfortunately, therefore, the Twitcher skipper just watches EX7 just decimate him from below. Couldn't really do much, but he did have the info on him all that while and does manage to get the trade finally. So, last minute of the match, Sandy is playing the shotgun. I believe he does have his pistol out for the most part. They will be attempting to push in, and no, Sandy, yeah, definitely playing the shotgun, will decimate Jay, and from the freezer comes out the mute taking out fatals. It's all up to Skipper and Blank to win it out. Last minute remaining. Both are far away from the site for the most part, right? And Blank is in the white hallway, might just be able to push in, get some kills, but no, Beat is aware of his position as the wall sound would come through. Beat gets the guns blazing, and they do win out their second attempt on dining.
Yeah, UG really using those shields to the full extent, and Sparko had to vault that shield, and he was caught off guard by the mute. So, yeah, another round on the board for sorry, not Sparko, the Ace. Oh, my mind just defaults to Sparko when I see an Ace being played because Sparko has played that Ace for so long in the last few matches. But anyways, so yeah, another round on the board for UG, although it wasn't like the last time they played a flawless half on defense. They still do have one bit of spot in their flawless record, but still there is still scope for them to make this a 5-1 or at least a 4-2 on their defense, as they now, I believe they have finally
Attackers
fallen
need to
back to
locate and defuse bomb.
kitchen. No, they're going to third floor once again.
Back up. So,
Yeah.
2-1 for Union Gaming as we head into round number 4. A lot of shields coming out again, I do believe. Less than we saw last time, but...
No,
yeah,
same as we saw last time.
Oh wait, yes,
4 kills.
actually. Yeah. They do have 4 here. I, for some reason, just saw... Okay, so... Yeah, round number 4, Union Gaming back on the classic setup, looking to win it all out again. We'll see how it goes for them. Hopefully the Kali just doesn't get C4 right as he vaults up, grapples up. So, yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, hopefully Liverpool will get a better start. And the Union Gaming setting everything up. Their smoke. I believe the shields. There is a shield on white. There is a shield inside of a bar, backside bar, and there is also a shield inside of pianos. I don't see the 4th shield, which is Sandy is putting up right now, but still Sparko is now making sure that the attackers are afraid of every window that they can. EX7 did try to go for a cheeky run out, but chooses to fall back to safety because I guess he's just not feeling it. And see, Kali, she just went up and just like standing there for a minute and making sure that no C4s get thrown out.
Yeah, she definitely doesn't want to get the heat
Yeah.
at all. So, yeah, there we are. And Kali's safe for now, at least, but Sparko hasn't even used a C4. We'll see if it connects or not this time. Jittery still has 1 ADS in his pocket. I believe he's probably attempting to ADS trick somewhere. Probably playing 90. I'm not sure where he is right now. Oh yeah, he is playing. Okay, there he's playing in Cigar. So yeah, he's probably attempting to ADS trick once the flashes get thrown out and burned out. He'll put it back on. And the Kali trying to get a pre-fire in with her sniper rifle, but no one's actually playing behind the shield. So yeah, Jittery is safe and sound.
Yeah, and the Womai being usually we see a whole like if Womai is in play, usually we see the Womai playing behind the shield and just the Jaeger ADSs are there, and the Womai is also there tossing out magnet after magnet after magnet. But Jittery will now be the first casualty in this map in this round. So yeah, Jittery being taken out does put UG in sort of a back foot because he has been the most consistent fragger of UG in this whole series and also in the past few series. So yeah, without Jittery it will be a bit harder for UG, but still these players from UG, they are capable enough themselves to do a 1vx any time of the day. So they will be banking on that and they will be betting on that. So now the utility clear comes out from Live to Kill. They have 45 seconds left on the clock. There are smokes going down, there's C4 going down from Sparko, won't catch anyone, and Sparko just does not have any vision and is forced to fall back. There is the Warden inside, but Warden's has his gadgets up, but his side isn't blocked by any smoke or flash, so he can't make use of his gadgets at all. The walls in front of him are being opened up by the ace. Time is an issue for Live to Kill as they only have 20 seconds of it and they're nowhere near the site or nowhere near to get a plant off.
Bomb located by attackers.
Yeah, as we said, that Sparko goes on, gets a kill on flank. No, will trade him out as it is for the most part an equal trade. Sparko running around into Cigar Lounge will get the kill onto the planter. So the diffuser is down, followed by Sandy, who gets 1 and gets the second one. Skipper, 2 for the most part. I don't think he was even aware Sandy was playing on his close rank. Yeah, he was looking in that direction. Unfortunate for him, but UG, take another round. Third one.
Yeah, UG really putting up, and finally they go down to kitchen. And I was going to say that this was going to be a 3-0 at least from UG. They have put up 3 rounds, and I'd say they are going to now kitchen. And the UG strats that I have seen in kitchen, they're very unconventional, they're very unorthodox, but they are effective against every enemy they have gone up. They hold very long angles. The vigil likes to roam around in second floor or inside of courtroom, and okay, they don't take a vigil at all. Melusi is introduced, and I believe Melusi Wobobs will be placed inside of bakery and also in the backside. There goes one in backside. I believe there one will go inside of freezer and one will go inside of bakery.
Yeah, I was almost expecting them to stick them.
Yeah.
If they're considering a new shotgun, they might as well have. So yeah, I mean, especially considering they do like to bring in the cap operator here and there, just to like pick up can they might stuck it, but no, of course we are seeing the tried and tested Melusi with her 3 banshees and a lot of destruction considering she has
10 seconds left before
yeah,
insertion.
downstairs for the first time. We'll see how that goes for Union Gaming as Lift to
5
Kill
seconds to
is
go.
running their basic same setup. Hopefully that does work out for them. No Kali this
Attackers are
time,
heading out to
but I
defuse
don't
the
think they
bomb.
really needed her either. So that's basically about it as we have already crossed first minute, and for the most part L2K does seem to be just coming out of their spawn. Some people still in spawn towards their teammates in. But yeah, that's the kind of approach you have to take against UG if you don't want to lose the game.
Yeah, but speaking of, as you did mention trap operators, we haven't seen much of them. There was only one time UG picked a Kapkan, but no lesions being played in this whole series at all, at any time. So the unorthodox operators are, we aren't seeing these operators very weirdly picked by these teams. And also Lift to Kill, they don't choose to go for a secondary hard breacher at all, whether that was on Villa or inside of Kitchen. So we usually saw some Hibana being played, but with the introduction of Ace, teams are feeling comfortable with that operator much more, so that is being used.
Yeah, the C4 will go to Wish there for Kaigo B, but the two still have Sandy and EX7, I do believe. As Sparko does see the his opponent rep close by, and EX7 has all the information he needs, but I believe that was Beat who will swing out on the actually Jittery, sorry, on the smoke, and will get the opening clear for his team, and Beat will get traded out there as well.
Yeah, it's still a man count is even 4-4, but Live to Kill, they have a lot of time, but they have to clear out some of the roamers. That is Parko. He does get spotted out, and Live to Kill are focusing on him from the white stairs, but still they have to be careful about a lot of angles. They can be swung from above, they can be swung from second floor. There is some holes that are open, and a run out comes out from the Melusi, which is a successful one, and Skipper gets taken out. The Ash is inside, manages to get one frag, and even the man count on Sparkle, but they still have a lot to do. And there that goes. There is that one. This is how that only one hard breacher being picked will impact the map. Melusi picking out blank, but still, if they had another hard breacher, they would have been able to open up many more walls, and would have been able to put the pressure on these defenders. Fatals does get another kill, but there is the Melusi posted up right beside him. Checks Code, does not find anyone. There are only 2 players alive. EX7 inside of the kitchen, and Melusi just beside Code. So yeah, if okay, Fatals finds one, has the diffuser, can go inside and go for the plant. So Melusi waiting to make sure that there is enough time for her to do everything, and the diffuser plant is going down. Melusi does not see the diffuser going down, and the diffuser successfully go down, but the C4 goes out, and the C4 does not manage to find anyone. It's a crucial fight. Ash has run out of ammo as she has to go back inside of freezer and has to reload. Now it's all down to Sandy, the newest addition to Union Gaming. Sees the Ash but cannot hit the shots as Fatals is there with the headshot. Live to Kill another round on the board for themselves.
What a clutch there by the Fatals, dude, I have to say. Just picking all the right angles, using all the right utility, all the right places he needed to be, and take care of UG single-handedly, takes them out, wipes them out, and wins the round really quite easily, honestly, for the most part. As, yeah, UG didn't really stand a chance against him, coming out clean and clutch for his team there. Took out the first 2 operators, and did even manage to juke out the Melusi, who had to spend a lot of time checking the wrong angle, not being aware where the Ash actually did scamper off to inside of the freezer. So yeah, really well played there for him on his own. Dude, whenever I see MP5 with the angle grip, for some reason I just assume it's an Oryx. I still can't get over
Protect
it.
your bombs from being defused by
Yeah,
attackers.
I was just looking at Melusi peeking angles. I was like, okay, she's probably just gonna push through the wall. I'm like, okay, no, it's not quite. So yeah.
Yeah, so many mid-season changes these days, especially with the introduction of the new sight system and everything. You can just anytime you can just okay, this operator is a bit too powerful. Let's take away his 1.5x. Let's take away his 2x and make him a little bit nerfed. So this with this new introduction of the side system, Ubisoft
10 seconds
does
to
have a lot of options to how they want to balance these operators,
5 seconds
which
to insertion.
is sometimes a good thing and sometimes a bad thing because if you look at
Attackers
Shaiko,
are moving out to locate a bomb.
when they took away the ACOG away from the R4C, every other player who was playing Ash was hitting their heads. So like, what am I gonna do? R4C, we don't have the C4, and Shaiko was just laughing because Shaiko played the R4C with a hollow. So for him, no changes were made. So it is a deeper topic that we are talking about. But so let's just get back to the game as Live to Kill start their attack.
They do start their attack, but Sparko starts the killing. And they get rid of Nos on the Twitch early on. We do see the Ella shotgun again. The beast itself is blessing us with its presence, so we'll see how that goes for them. But yeah, Blank is aware of someone playing on side white. Not exactly sure where, but Jittery will not be backing down at all himself, holding up angle, trying to get up. He will eventually just back down, but not really all the way down as he rushes down, gets rid of Skipper. Zofia wasn't really able to hold him on. Sparko with a white swing.
Bomb diffuser has
Doesn't
been
find
dropped.
anyone, but his teammates elsewhere will get two of their own. It's all up to Blank. Onto Zofia, gets one. Still needs to go through four. Might get another, but no, misses a shot on Sandy. The Ella jumps down, gets the knife kill. Sandy really showing up here, and the Ella shotgun just, helping him open brackets.
Yeah, I felt like a Nintendo character just dropped out of the sky and plop, you're dead. So yeah, another round on the board for Union Gaming as they end
Everyone's
the half
playing
with a
Siege and
4-2.
Sandy out here just playing Assassin's
Yeah, yeah. It's just a 4-2 half for Union Gaming. They do have the advantage, and they now have to go on to attack. If we remember the last match, it was a 4-2 half for Union Gaming too. But they were trailing, and the comeback did happen for them as they won back-to-back rounds and got the win for them. So if we apply that statistic to this matchup, L2K might make a comeback. This might be back-to-back flawless half for L2K.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
Might
bomb.
definitely be. We'll have to see how that goes. As well, they are the ones bringing Oryx with the stolen SMG from Lucy. Okay, but we'll see how that goes for them. Oryx does make it quite easier to reform the site on the top floor of Cafe, as you can just run through the walls and just take them out, right? Especially the shells there, as you just saw him do, and he's everything. So it's really nice bringing Oryx for quality of life and on your own sanity. Because if you're using a shotgun on those, you're gonna spend the whole
10
game
seconds
on
to
those
insertion.
just play the round. So, Oryx does provide us with a little bit
5 seconds
of
to insertion.
difference, I'd say, than your normal setup schemes that going around. They do still have a shotgun on Fatal, so we'll see how that goes for them.
Yeah, even if Oryx helps out opening up the walls, and also whenever the attacking team sees that there is an Oryx in play, they have to be aware of the possibility that the Oryx could just pop out of the hatch at any time. And even if they are checking the stairs, it won't matter at all because the Oryx can just, as I did say, pop out of a hatch anytime and get so much control and has so much verticality and speed around the whole map. So they have to take that into account, and that is an itch of the back of your head that you do not want to have. So Union Gaming now have to go up against that Oryx of Blank, and I'm sorry, Loss is holding on to white stairs. Nobody is focusing there as of yet. EX7 has the right ideas, and now the pings do come out from them that there is a barbed wire inside of white. So whenever he wants to go there, he has to be very aware. He knows there is a player above him, opens up the floor, and gives Fatal a lot of damage, but no. Nos is taken out in white stairs because he was just distracted by the Zofia.
Yeah, he's trying to spam the wall of dining, trying to get the headshot on the Zofia, but unfortunately for him, there was Sandy right there to take his head off. You'll see how that goes. Fatal's on really low HP as well, as you pointed out. Gets shot from below with the Zofia. Impacts will get taken out. There we go. Jittery on the Ash with his vertical play. Not missing any shots. He might just get another one here. He does. That's the skipper on Goyo gone. So yeah, early man advantage coming out there from UG as they still have a minute to go. Flank will be the next one in line trying to get rid of the players, but he does get spotted out. Will win the gunfight onto Jittery. He wide does spot the barrel of the Zofia. Doesn't manage to get the kill on her initially, but brings out a secondary, takes him out, as well as Jave joining in with the pistol. So it's back to a 2v2. However, Sandy is inside, getting the plan down with Beat covering. He does get off his plan for some reason. I'm not sure why. None of the players seem to be really close, but he will be rotating back around to the front desk.
Oh, no.
Plan down. A C4, however, will come out. That will catch him or not, I guess. Will just put him on a lower HP, but Sandy, being Sandy, will go out, get the pick onto the player coming upstairs from the red. It's a 1v1 situation. Versus Jay. Jay is low on HP, but doesn't have a C4. B does have 2 grenades. Will chuck one out as a soft nade attempts to kill Jay, aware of his position. Will get the kill. Really nicely played there by the members of L2K. Getting the kill, especially downstairs when your Oryx went down and got so many kills for your team and managed to bring it back up, and then Melusi just wiping the rest of the members out. Well played.
Yeah, I would say even though L2K played it well, it was kind of due to the players of UG not planting inside of bar, because if they had planted inside of bar, that round would have completely changed. The pressure would be on the hands of L2K, and they would now have to work against the clock to get anything out of that round. So yeah, the Melusi going off of that plant at that moment really did not work out well for UG at all, because as we were seeing, L2K players really weren't that aware of a plan going down there. So when the Nomad changed the positions and wanted to plant near the bar, that's when the Mute knew that okay, there is a player inside. We can just throw a C4 and denied the plant. Did not get a kill, but Melusi was there to sweep up those kills and get the round for L2K. So yeah, this just might be the start of the reverse sweep coming out from L2K in this map.
Yeah, I'm still not quite sure why he decided to run away from the plant, but it might have been anything from and yeah, the flank
10 seconds to go.
below on the Oryx. Yeah, might just be shooting
5 seconds remaining.
So he just had to go to what would have been a safer place. So
Attackers
yeah,
are
well
moving
played
out
there
to
from
locate a
the
bomb and defuse it.
as we head into round number 8. Taking some damage, probably going through walls.
Yeah, they're really trying everything they can. Union Gaming really want to end this. It's in the best interest of Union Gaming or Lift to Kill are fighting against Union Gaming of a map. So if Lift to Kill win this map, we will go to our third and final decider map, which will be I forgot the map's name. It's Clubhouse. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's Clubhouse. So yeah, and Union Gaming really want to finish this match as early as they can if they want to win, because if they win this map, they don't have to go to a third map, and they have a little bit of rest before the match, the upper bracket finals happen. So yeah, they really have, whichever team that does want to win, they would want to win this as early, as soon as possible, because you want to be rested up when you're going up against Mercenaries, and Mercenaries should have a 1-map advantage, and it is going to be a best of 5. So if it goes the full way, these players, they will be exhausted, because they will be playing a best of 3 and then a best of 5. So I don't think anyone wants to be in that position.
Definitely. Sandy, listening to that, just decides to go to sleep right now as he leaves the game out of nowhere. So yeah, a bit of a man deficit there from UG, unfortunately, but they still have a 1 round
Attackers
lead
recovered the
against
bomb
Lift to Kill.
diffuser.
They might, and a 1 map lead as well. Now, don't forget that as Nos just crouch walks up, he might just able to the sledge. Will going for the knife, gets beat, gone, not covering his flank, unfortunately. As Nos just being aggressive, might just be able to find the Ash here too, and he does. That should be gone 2v5 situation, all left up to Sparko and EX7.
So yeah, we're waiting on Sparko to pull a rabbit out of his hat and get an ace. Although he's not playing the ace this time, he is another hard breacher sister. That is Hibana. So Hibana is a 3-speed operator. Teams do like to play her a lot, but it is all now down to the shoulders of Sparko. Gets the first frag, but immediately gets swung from every angle. Just the situation that Sparko was in. He was getting pushed from below. He was getting pushed from sides. He was getting pushed from front. So it was really a very bad position for him to be in, and he made as good of a use of that situation as he could. So yeah, with a player being DC'd from Union Gaming, these things do happen. This is online stage of gameplay. So in online internet issues do happen, as that did happen. So yeah, one player dropping out of the match from Union Gaming will force us to go for a rehost, as that player will not be able to join the match without a rehost. So yeah, we will be going for a rehost, and we will be back shortly.
Okay, so we're back from the rehost. Round number 9, UG versus Live to Kill 4-4. The Dead managed to balance out their round count before they went in for a rehost, so that makes things easier for someone, I believe. Hopefully,
Yeah,
our spectator here. So coming back, we are going to be seeing a fireplace and a reading attack.
So yeah, L2K, as I did mention, if they follow the statistics of the last map, as it did happen, the team that was trailing 4-2 on the half did manage to make the big comeback. So L2K might just be able to do that, as they have started this half off with both of their rounds not being dropped whatsoever, and they did a
Defenders,
very
protect your bombs from being defused by
I'd say
attackers.
convincing show to get the wins. Although the first bar defense, it was kind of due to the faults of UG, but a win is a win, and you take that every day of the week. So with that taken, they are going into their 9th round, their 3rd round on defense, and they have chosen a reading room and fireplace defense. Teams sometimes they do like to go to kitchen, but the Live to Kill have chosen to do the opposite, and they chose to go for a mining defense on their 2nd round on defense. So yeah, now they have the option to go to reading, and even if they don't want to go to reading, didn't want to go to reading, they could have gone to kitchen.
Yeah, there's basically the only 2 options, but they will be keeping the dining room as their consistent anchor as they rotate their other bomb side around. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Hopefully Sandy doesn't drop this time. They did have to start the last round off 4-5. 2-1. Okay, so yeah, bringing back the Oryx upstairs with his destruction and changing things up as he does his dash again, taking care of the other half of the table right there. And yeah, so we'll see how this goes with them.
The thing is, whenever there is a reading defense, you just can't, it's like the dining room on Villa. Even if it's a dining room defense, you just can't stay inside of the dining room at all. You have to have some vertical control upstairs, as it is with the reading room defense on Cafe. Even if the site is reading room, there are 3 players who are upstairs, so majority of the defense is not near the side, so they have to stop this push coming out from this attackers, and then try to defend the side. So UG will have a tall task up ahead of them where they have to clear out first the 2nd floor, and then slowly trickle down and move down to the clear out the 3rd floor, and then slowly move down to the 2nd floor. So if they take a lot of time doing that, they might not have enough to get off a planned, as there is already 1 minute and 30 seconds shaved off of the clock.
Yeah, low on time and clearing out bullet holes are 2 of the biggest detriments, as we say that Noske does get that kill onto Sandy through those exact bullet holes. Just be wide once again to make sure no one's there and doesn't really spot anyone, so he'll be going back. EX7, however, playing inside pillars will take care of Skipper. There's your Ella already dead, and equal man count coming back out. Jittery will be attempting to move in, but the smoke is aware of his shenanigans and will be having none of that as he throws one of his contestants on his face. So, heading into the last minute, we do see equal man count and essentially equal HP. Nothing really of consequence for UG with Jittery being a little low. We'll have to see how that goes for them. However, Nos playing on white stairs, holding the long angle for someone, for anyone attempting to come in through fireplace.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
Or the connector fireplace, rather.
Yeah, so UG really trying to find any picks they can, and once again, although UG does find a pick, there is a trade coming in on the other side, so it's still a 3v3, 25 seconds left on the clock, and UG, they're still on the 2nd floor, they're still trying to open up floors and get vertical lines of sight, and Sophia does manage to get the frag on to Jay, but yeah, Blank is inside of the site, the diffuser plant is going down, and
10 seconds left.
okay, the Oryx is not aware. Oryx get glasses.
Yeah, he just doesn't spot the player out in time. He could have stopped the plant.
Yeah.
Didn't distract, but the plant is down now, so he has to play for, well, retake. He does have the sight. Both of the attackers are playing a little bit off site and wide angles, but the vertical play will be to his detriment, even though he can't climb matches. He does attempt to do a dash to get into the position to get the diffuser. But there is Pete playing upstairs with the sledge through his angles. Will get the final kill of the round. That's UG going up again. Good
Yeah.
attempt from him, but some curious throws from L2K coming out, especially the wide swing on pillars. I don't really understand that coming out onto this Zofia, I believe.
Yeah, as much as I want L2K to win and take us to a third map, but if you do plays like that, you just your confidence should just drop, because whenever and I'm sure someone who was spectating the Oryx was going like, oh, there's the player, this is Sophia, he's planting, why can't you see him? So yeah, that just happened with the with the Oryx, and if the Oryx had seen the Sophia going down with the plan, the diffuser plan would have been stopped, and then UG would have been in a bad situation, because Oryx would have control of the diffuser, and the players, although they were at a man advantage, they would have to come to the Oryx to win the round. So yeah, not seeing the diffuser really shifted the tide of that round, and L2K, they just let an easy round slip away from them.
Yeah, as this time they will be deciding to switching up their sides, totally going downstairs to kitchen defense. They're attempting to play a open hold, as they are opening up freezer as well. You saw right there. They will be having rotations, so they can go in and out of white and have easy access back to site if it comes back down to a retake situation.
10 seconds left.
So 10 seconds remaining in the prep phase, and they will be barricading out the main
5
door
seconds to
there.
insertion.
You don't usually see a lot of teams just castling off main doors,
Attackers
especially
objective is
since
to
your
locate a
opponent
bomb
does
and
have a
defuse it.
history of playing Sledge, which they are also now. So basically makes it redundant, or well, not that different from a normal barricade, as the Sledge can just come up and beat it. So beat it, but beat this wing.
Yeah,
So
usually, usually we see the place that's castle barricaded is the courtroom window, which gives the player, I believe the Goyo is playing just on the door, which gives him a little bit of flexibility, and the Goyo, I believe, is holding a very long angle, which goes from court to straight to bakery front door, and anyone who tries to get in from that place will get immediately shot down if they're not careful enough. But the castle barricade being on the main door and not on the window has some kind of implications that the defenders, they just have to be aware. Now, as soon as the round started, the castle barricade was opened up, so this was like literally had zero impact on the whole round. So L2K, these players, I don't know if they're this is their part of the plan, or they're doing these kinds of things intentionally, but this ain't it, chief. This ain't it.
yeah, with that position, you might as well just keep it in your pocket and just go for a clutch. You put down the castle and you get the defuse off, right? But yeah, not really coming that away from L2K. They did have their trap trap, but unfortunately for them, no real utility did get wasted in the hands of UG. But they did, for now, have managed to waste a lot of time. At least half of the round they're gone without UG making any actual progress. They're just now starting to make the vertical goals against against the floor, and Pete has been brought down to really low HP. That was the C4, I believe, from Skipper that he did before.
Yeah, the only
Located by
C4
attackers.
from Skipper nearly misses out on the beat, and if that C4 had gone off, this
Attackers
would
have
have
located a
changed
bomb.
the tide of the round a lot, because the Sledge going out at the start of the round, although you do have an Ash, you do have a Zofia, still the Sledge can do a lot of damage with that sledgehammer and open up the floors quite a lot and make things a little, if not a lot harder for these defenders. They can't move around as much and as freely as they want to, because the floors are now opened up. So they have to be a lot very careful. But one thing we're not seeing from UG is a southwestern sided attack, because they're not focusing on bakery at all. Sandy does start things off with a kill onto Fatal. Union Gaming now one round away from match point, as they double drop onto Freezer. One does get taken out, but the other ones are still alive. The Zofia gets swung on and taken out. So Sandy on a double sorry, who's on a double kill? I just
Drop the bomb diffuser.
Losses on a triple kill. Forget about the double kill right now. He's just going off on the Ella, and yeah, a really nice hold coming in towards the end. Live to kill, just with a decent hold. Ella playing inside the reception there does manage to peek VIP area. Sorry, it does manage to swing around and use their rotation inside the freezer, which we saw them make to its full extent. And yeah, really well played there by L2K. A bit of mistake there by UG to just randomly drop hatch without actually smoking it or anything, giving the defenders a free, shooting area for their opponents. We did see one of their players die from that, and now we are back to equal round count.
Yeah, equal round counts it is, and what at such a crucial point, because any team that wins will now get the overtime, get at least overtime secured for them, get the match point and get the overtime secured for them, and any team that wants to
Attackers
go up
need to
against
locate
it
and defuse as
will
many bombs
have
as
to
they
force
can.
the match into an overtime. So yeah, this just might be an overtime case, as I am saying overtime too much. So I'll just focus on whatever is happening. The site has been selected by Live to Kill. They are going to a bar defense, and the last time they went to a bar defense, Live to Kill won that round. They're not that kind. They are not that kind of shield heavy like Union Gaming are. Union Gaming like to play with 4 shields. They have 3, but essentially the setup is kind of similar. There will be a shield inside a
10
piano.
seconds
There will be a
remaining.
shield inside of backside, and they will try to hold off that
5 seconds
piano
to
push
insertion.
from that using they use Jaeger ADSs. There is a smoke in play and a
Attackers are
change
moving to defuse the
of
bomb.
phase with the introduction of a Mozzie, so the drones they have to be a lot careful. Blank at the start of the round going to for an early peek, and if he is patient enough, he might catch the Ash. Sees him, but the shots do not connect for him, and he misses the opportunity to get an early advantage for his team.
Yeah, but he's still on the. Okay, finally peels off, but he did stick to it quite a while after being spotted, as he attempted to get any sort of pick there from his team. Now, UG is the one being a little more careful on their hands and not running directly towards the building, as we've seen them do a few times before in this map. But yeah, the presence from Blank with the spawn peak does actually instill some fear into L2K, and you can see the molly trap there. The Nomad outside trying to find the molly trap, as they're going to go inside until she murders.
Yeah, Sparko trying to focus just outside of mining and see if he can get, he can see any, see if he can make any players make any mistakes and take their heads off. But that won't happen, as Live to Kill are aware, and they just now want to shave off as much time as they can. They already have shaved off 1 minute and 15 seconds off of the clock, and UG, they necessarily don't have any control of any part of the map. Sandy is trying to flush out the player inside of white, which the white player is also aware of, and he is just, whenever he goes on top of that construction part, he just prones out, and no heads can be seen and no firefights can be exchanged. Sandy trying to flash him out and make him a little bit more anxious about his position, and finally manages to get the kill, but Sparko gets taken out by Nos, so it's still an even man count with 1 minute left on the clock.
Yeah, Nos also having a really wonderful day today. He's getting a lot of frags for his team and being all around a wonderful player. Like, as I say, the does get the better of him, unfortunately. The Ash versus Jaeger fight continues on. Unfortunately for Jaeger, he is at 2-3 now, so... Anyways, Jittery on the Ash does get the frag for his team, as he will be bringing UG up 1 person. So they do have the man count advantage, but heading into the last 40 seconds of the round, we'll have to see how UG decides to push, as they are still quite split up around the site itself. They're not really focused on one side, but the nade coming in from UG will get rid of Skipper. That's your Goyo gone, but Blank will be getting a kill onto Jittery. That's your Ashcon as well. EX7 will jump right into the site. It seems to me that L2K is a little bit unaware, but Jittery himself does not. Oh, EX7, my bad. Doesn't himself know of the Lucy playing right beside him. Nomad will get shot from below. It's all up to Beat. The sledge will have to go through 2 of his opponents with 3 seconds remaining. He does have to stick this plant. He cannot really get off of it.
Attackers
as
activating diffuser.
L2K just realizes that he did in fact stick this plant. I think inside close will get one, has to get another. That's the Mozzie, but he might just be looking at the wrong direction. But no, Mozzie does not decide to push him. Post-spawn situation will be able to take him out. Blank himself has been having a really wonderful round, but not good enough. Unfortunately, Beat on the SMG11 will overpower the PP of P10. Ronnie, the protector.
Yeah, the Union Gaming, the first team to reach match point. It was 5-5. So whichever team, it was a do or die round for them. They post up match point, and now they have at least secured an overtime for themselves if they do not manage to win out this round too. So L2K, their shenanigans did nearly work out. It was a 2v1, but they unfortunately did not manage to win the gunfights, and Pete just played it out perfectly, used the shield and used everything in the environment to his advantage against the defenders. And Mozzie, he was just left in a situation where he had no information where this attacker was after the plan. So he just had to peek every angle possible, and it just didn't work out for him in the end. And now Live to Kill, it is kind of an uphill battle for them. They ended the
Attackers need
half
to
with a
locate and defuse
disadvantage,
as many
end
bombs
the
as they
half
can.
trailing, and now they are trailing once again. It's 5-6. Union Gaming, if they win this round, this is series point for them, and they will secure the finals position.
Yep. And that would
Attackers
mean
have
they will be
located a
going
bomb.
back up against their former opponents of Mercenaries, who did send them down here in the first place. So that will be an interesting match to see, which will be happening later on. Either one of these teams, L2K or UG, whoever wins, will be heading into the grand finals
10
later
seconds
today.
left before insertion.
Approximately around 4 p.m. Indian time, the match will be started, so stay tuned.
5 seconds left before
Alright,
insertion.
so coming back to match at hand, match point 6-5 to
Attackers are
Gaming.
moving to defuse the
As L2K looks to push it to overtime, we will see how that goes for them. Mozzie of Blank, still playing downstairs, has been having a really good game for himself as well, but unfortunately couldn't really close the last round out.
Yeah, L2K. I believe L2K does. I believe this will go to an overtime because L2K does have the setup and the capabilities to go for those aggressive peaks, as Blank did try to do. Unfortunately, did not find anyone. But still, if he continues to do those aggressive peaks, and UG, he might just. Okay, as I was saying, that he gets caught off guard. Although,
They
is that a
treated. Yeah,
kill?
they treated. Yep.
Okay.
Not sure how, but they did.
Me either. Well, it was like I saw him running away,
Okay,
and
okay,
that
was
was,
on the referee. I guess he
oh
turned
yeah,
around and just shot
that
in the head.
yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It must have been the quick reflex shot from Blank. So kudos to him on that. But anyways, it's still a 4v4 right now. Equal chances for any team to go for this round to go any way.
Yep, any direction can be taken from here as well. Two of the fraggers from both teams have been taken out, but we do still have the rest of the team alive, especially their, well, secondary fraggers, let's just say that for the most part. Jittery from UG and Nos from L2K have been really having their wonderful games as well. So we'll see how this goes. Live to Kill is held up in the side for the most part, I believe now, as their only roamer, which was the Mozzie, has been taken out. So UG does kind of have a free reign to go around for vertical play, as Jittery loses most of his HP, is barely down to 1 now from his own vertical shenanigans. I believe that was Skipper shooting him inside. From up top, as there is someone grappling upside down. B trying to get the nade out, still miss it, unfortunate for him. And I think that was a C4 that came out from the window too, because there were two different explosions there, not sure. But yeah, last minute in, and UG not really making much progress. L2K doing a good job shutting them out for the most part right now.
Attackers drop the diffuser.
Yeah, shutting them out L2KR, and I this has written overtime all over it. It is Sparko and Sandy Sandy versus these three players of L2K. Although we have seen Sparko making out clutches, giving aces, but still it is not looking likely at all. The C4 from the Melusi does come out, gets popped off, but no damage, no harm done. The Union Gaming, 20 seconds left on the clock for them, and Sparko getting taken out. Sandy sees the Melusi, but cannot. Can he do anything? No, he cannot, and we are going to overtime. Live to Kill, claw their way back into this map and into this matchup, and they are still fighting for their lives in this whole series. And in overtime, I believe it is Live to Kill on defense.
Yep.
Yeah,
It
so
is in fact Live to Kill on defense. Really good round there for him, for them, as they will be on their own high of winning the round and might just be able to keep the momentum going, as they do in fact head back up to Bar Cocktail to possibly get this kill and push it to match point before UG can.
Yeah, the momentum is in the side of L2K. Although they have dropped a few rounds here and there, but still in defense they have. This is the bar win. Will surely they know what to do to cripple down EX7 and admin. Can you like confirm?
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Yes, L2K is on.
Okay, yeah.
I do believe.
It seems like there was
Yes,
it
it
happens.
is UG's
It
map,
happens.
right? So
Yeah, it happens. It happens. A bit of confusion between the players of UG and L2K about who chose the sides on overtime, but it's all sorted out right now as Left to Kill have chosen to go on defense. They will be defending bar once again as they have done for the past 2 rounds. So this will play out perfectly for them. They know how to play it out. They know how to do what. And the only round that L2K lost on bar had to come from the individual brilliance of beat. So you can't rely on that every time. So Union Gaming really need to cook up something different to make Liptical lose if they can.
okay, so the situation seems to be sorted out for now. We'll see how that goes from there. But we are still back inside 6-6 and the overtime. Any team getting 2 kills or 2 rounds here will be, I think, off onto either the next map or to the grand finals, depending on which is the one that gets it first, but they still will be getting the map win. So, EX7 making swift entry this time, not really waiting for his opponents to clear out any sort of spawn peaks or whatever. They don't really care. They just want to win, and so they are going to be attempting that. Inside of dining now, looking for any sort of picks he can get from any unaware player. But we do see 5 of L2K players stacked all up inside of top floor, really close by each other. 3 of them inside cocktail, one playing hall. 2 of them basically playing white hallway and last. So we'll see how that goes for them. EX7 back and reading with those vertical angles, and yeah, here we go back to the game of angles and who gets the headshot first.
Yeah, so last round what happened was I believe Union Gaming was a bit too slow on their clearance of that side, so L2K really took advantage of that, and the swings coming out from L2K really helped them out a lot. So they will be trying to bank on those two. Once again, they have an Oryx in play, and EX7 he is below, is trying to find any heads he can above, but I don't think he will be able to do that as Hibana is now also trying to pressure these players from white stair windows. But there is a nomad air jab, so anyone who chooses to drop down will be met with that and taken away. And now, the Union Gaming had the wrong info that the ADSs had been cleared out, so there goes one of the frag grenades into Vayne. Chitri does get the first frag onto smoke, so yeah, there will be no smoke canisters dropping at the end of the round if UG want to go for plants. Sparko gets another kill, so now it is a 3v5 quickly made 3v4 by L2K. EX7 down on HP, trying to get as many picks as they can without going into the site.
Yeah, UG just playing from outside, playing for picks right now, are being successful in that for that part, but Jittery from UG will be couch up wide, attempting to get any picks close to the side. Tries to drop some flashbangs in, but there's some L2K come alive, get 2 kills. Jittery will be balancing it out, taking out Nos. It is back to a 2v2 as the Melusi gets shot by Jittery himself, and yep, Jittery just going on, getting kills, will get his third, I believe, of the round.
Quick 3
Yeah, pretty quick 3 guys does spot him out playing near the shelf there. And yeah, so UG on match point now.
Yeah, I don't know why the last player thought that he was safe behind that bar, because I believe destructions and everything is server sided right now. So whatever you see, the player also sees. So it was a weird place for him to be. But lift to kill, we thought they could carry on the momentum and win the bar, but they cannot. And now UG does have time on their side as they do go on defense, and there is another bar being played. So 4 rounds back-to-back bar, and a total of 7 rounds of bar being played in this whole matchup.
Yeah, dude, everybody just loves bar. It is still the primary site after all these years for a lot
Yeah.
of players.
Attackers need
Did
to locate and defuse
a
as
while
many
ago we
bombs
did
as they
switch
can.
to seeing basement as the main primary site, but now we are back to basic. So Union Gaming on defense, match point, lift to kill, have everything to lose, I think.
Attackers have located
And
the
they
bomb.
will be giving it their best they can, all they can to get this through and get these 2 rounds through actually. So they can push this up on to the next map. We'll see how that goes for them. Union Gaming on the other hand just to get 1 round and they will fine.
Yeah, I have a lot to say. I have a lot to say about UG on Clubhouse because they like to go for those strats. And is that a proper skin on the Goyo? I don't know if that's an allowed if that skin is allowed or not.
Out to defuse a bomb.
Okay, yeah, that's the phase skin. So okay, yeah, I'm just not that good with skins and everything. Whenever I'm casting, I make so many mistakes with skins and everything. So yeah, hopefully it's all good that it is allowed, and yeah, Sparkle can play. So already there's 15 seconds shaved off of the clock of the attack phase. So live to kill. It's like they're playing for their lives in this tournament. If they lose this round, they are out of this tournament, and Union Gaming will move on to the finals.
Yeah, that is in fact the case as well. L2K is setting up around site. No one really inside from what I can see. The building, yeah, everyone's outside just trying to get hold of any angles, any crossfires they can to catch UG off guard. Not really seeing any success so far as we are through the minute. For the most part, we are seeing the same old setup from UG come out as well with their operators that they had been playing prior to overtime, right when they were on the side. It was quite a while ago. Blank will be impacting close. Not sure why exactly he did that, but yeah, as he will be throwing his Zofia concussion grenade inside of Jaeger. ADSs doesn't really get anything off of it, but Jittery does. He takes his head off straight up as Skipper will be fragging back out on 7. Keeping both teams at equal man count. Jittery is inside platform now. Might just be able to get the frag onto the Ace here, who is peeking quite aggressively into the gunfire. Oh, 3 people in there. Beat gets the kill off on Fatals, and well, Jittery will peek back in. That's your Ace gone as well. The light of the chances of L2K to head up and take this over are slimming, but Nos is still in the game. Takes out Jittery, doesn't really giving him any chance to make it out of there alive, but still UG with the man advantage as we head into the last minute.
Yeah, Nos and Skipper, they have 50 seconds on their hands to do it all. They have the diffuser in front of them. They have a Twitch drone to gather out any info and also maybe try to burn out any utilities that they have, especially that shield that is placed. That Goyo shield that is placed inside of Vagbar. So Twitch drone mostly used to gather info, gets taken out. There is the diffuser right in front of the Twitch, so she can just take that diffuser and go for that diffuser plan. But still, there's only 20 seconds left for him, and they have to go up against 3 players of UG. They want to corner on Vices, but they can't. Sparko is there holding the angle, but still, Skipper gets spotted out, gets tagged up slightly, and is now dead. Twitch, last person alive, can't do anything. Union Gaming finally. They take all rounds of the regular halves, and then they take all rounds that we have in regulation, and now they finally take it to overtime, win both of the rounds in overtime, and win out their whole series. So yeah, this is them facing Mercenaries once again, and I believe this is the repetition of the last Nationals once again. Union Gaming. Yeah, Union Gaming coming in from the lower brackets against Mercenaries. Mercenaries do have a one-man advantage in the best of 5, but Union Gaming, the last time they went to the Nationals against Mercenaries, they won both rounds, and then Mercenaries, although they had an advantage, they had to kind of do a reverse sweep of some sorts to win out the Nationals. So this might be the same case once again.
Yeah, definitely. These two teams at this point are basically arch rivals of each other, going up against each other in most of the finals, and we will be seeing them going up against each other once again. So it will be interesting to see how that goes, as in this current tournament, UG did lose out to Mercenaries 2-0. So that was a bit disappointing for them, of course. So we'll have to see if what changes they make and what kind of playstyle adjustments they make for them to counter out mercenaries. So
Yeah, the finals will be the match for EX7 to pop off. It's like now or never for them. And whenever I see Union Gaming and Mercenaries face off in a final, it's like that meme plays in my head. It's like whenever there's something happens, it's always you two. So it's like that thing always happens, and it's the major finals: Mercenaries versus Union Gaming. The national finals: Mercenaries versus Union Gaming once again. So it will happen today, I believe, within 30 to 45 minutes, and that match will be casted by my good friend CC, and also joining him will be Dr. Dang. So we will be live from our Rainbow Six Indian Community YouTube channel. So with that being said, our match for today is over, but we have another match which will be casted by the casters that I mentioned right before. With that being said, BZ, take the mic away.
all right, so even though it is a 2-0, it wasn't as close as the score report suggests. L2K played really well for them, and they played their hearts off, pushing UG to overtime, but unfortunately, UG was the better team. And yeah, that's basically about it. We will be seeing you later on, and that's all from our side for today.